beauties, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be unboxing and sharing my first impressions of the brand new Chanel Cruise collection for 2019, recently launched on Chanel.com. My package arrived just a few hours ago this morning, so I opened up the box and I cannot wait to open everything up together that I picked up. From what I read online, the entire collection was really inspired by Lucia Pica's travels, the contrast of light and shadows. Everything has reflective, mysterious finishes, and the photos look very vibrant and unique. So I'm really excited to also spice up this very basic makeup that I have right now because we are going to be opening everything and trying it on together for the first time. So first, let me share with you guys what I did pick up. I have the Duo Bronze Lumiere Bronzer and Highlighter Duo in the shade Claire, which is the lighter of the two. I picked up both limited edition Ombre Premier glosses. These eyeglasses are not something that I would typically be drawn towards, and it's not something that I own. So that's kind of why I figured, you know what, why not just get them both? There's one in gold and one that's silver, and try them out because Chanel tends to launch products that I don't think I'll love, but I end up completely falling head over heels. So these just interested me and I picked them up more so out of curiosity. And then I also picked up both of the Rouge Coco glosses. Several things that I did not pick up. There are 3 nail polishes, which I'm going to revisit them whenever I see them in store because the colors were very beautiful, but it wasn't something that I felt like I needed to have right away. There's also a new eyeshadow quad, which I don't even have to see in person to know that it is comparable, if not very similar, to the 9 Pan Le Beige palette, which recently came out. It's earth tones, bronze, brown. It looks beautiful, and I would say if you did not get the Le Beige palette because it was too bulky or it just didn't interest you, this may be something that you'd like to check out, but for me, it would just be too redundant. There are also 2 new limited edition Rouge Coco Flash lipsticks. The colors look beautiful, but again, I'm just not in the market for lipsticks right now. And then there were also 3 Stilo A Contour eyeshadow sticks, which I picked up this one when they first launched the product. This is the Stilo Ombre Contour in Nude Eclat. This is something that I do use to highlight the brow bone, inner corner of the eye. As much as they swatch very nicely on the hand, I find that this does not go on very smooth across the lid. So for that reason, again, I decided that it's something that I would rather wait than pick up right now because everything is available on Chanel.com, but it will be making its way out to department stores in the next few weeks, you know, as things trickle out. I'm going to start with my Duo Bronze et Lumiere highlighter and bronzer duo. There is a second one in the shade medium, which looks so nice, looks so beautiful. I chose this one because I thought it would be best for my skin tone. And the other one, as much as the bronzer looked very dark, I'm sure I could make it work. You're talking to somebody who used to use the shade 70 Le Beige powder to bronze. It was awful, but I made it work. But the highlighter looks very gold, and I picked up a lot of gold highlighters around the holidays, and that's not really even the shade that I typically love or really go towards. So for that purpose, I went ahead and chose Claire, which comes with the Velvet Protector, of course. And then let's open her up. Very beautiful. You get the gorgeous little white half moon brush. Oh, and then this is the powder in all its glory. So you have the matte bronzer and then the reflective illuminator on the other side and a beautiful CC logo imprinted on top. Using my Chanel blush brush, I'm just going to kind of dust that over the bronzer. It doesn't look like I'm actually picking up much product. I think you have to really get in there. Yeah, that is not picking up much. This bronzer is very light. I would say this is close to the Le Beige 20, maybe the Le Beige 30. It's a lot lighter than I thought. I knew it would be lighter than the medium, but This is probably more of a setting powder, to be quite honest, than a bronzer. I mean, you can even tell whenever I just pick the product up on the brush, just by looking at the color of the powder that it's picked up, you can tell it's very fair. Yeah, this really isn't doing much at all. I'm a little bit disappointed in this as a bronzer, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think for me, and I'm very fair, this is more of a setting powder. It's not going to give you much color. So next, I'm going to go in and try this highlighter. Hopefully we'll have more luck. Okay, that's really pretty. The redeeming quality of this powder is definitely the highlighter. Yeah, that's beautiful. That is the perfect highlighting shade. It looks like skin. It's not overly pink or brown. It's just a very beautiful daily highlighter. And I think this is something that I could easily use as a setting powder, so it's not a complete waste. It's a little bit disappointing since it is supposed to be a bronzer. I think you would have to be so fair for this to give you color as a bronzer. I mean, I'm talking about 00 Alabaster and Bobby Brown, the lightest possible shade, to have that give you bronze payoff. Highlighter, Chanel bronzer, Guerlain bronzer. Next, I'm going to unbox my two eyeglosses. I'm going to do the Lunar on one side and the Solaire on the other so we can try both of them out. So when you open up the box, just like the cream eyeshadows, they come with a little brush. So that's what we'll use to apply these today. And this one is Lunar, which is more silvery. And it looks so interesting. It looks like jelly sitting in this jar. So I'm very curious to try this out. Okay, let me just... You know, it's actually not as... It's not as jelly as it looks. It feels almost like a cream. I'm gonna swatch it on my hand first. It's very pretty. It goes on very sheer, which I'm happy about because I was nervous that the Lunar would come across as gray, which wouldn't be something that I would like. The only thing I have on my eyes right now is a little bit of a matte brown in the crease, but I don't really have anything on the lid. So I'm gonna go ahead and, oof, that's really pretty. I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm just kind of going on the lid, and then to soften it up, I'm just blending it with my finger. I think it looks really pretty. I mean, what do you guys think? I don't think it's super glossy. It's not as glossy as I thought it would be, but it's really reflective. It goes on very smooth. I love the texture for sure. Same thing, I'm just gonna try to apply this to the lid and see what happens. This is really interesting. I love that the color isn't bright yellow, but I think you can see the Lunar much more than you can see the Solar. So I'm gonna apply a little bit more and see if that maybe helps build it up. I feel like this one looks glossy, but this one I can actually see the silver reflex. Last but certainly not least, let's go ahead and unbox these lip glosses. So I am going to start with Aurora. $8.22. So this is what it looks like. It's actually different than the photo. I think I was expecting something a little bit less transparent. It's a really pretty sort of clear pink, and there's teeny tiny little gold reflex. So it goes on very sheer. I think you could throw this on any lipstick and it really wouldn't alter the color much. It would just give you that glossy shine and that slip and moisturization. And then next, this is 818. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name. Now this is just stunning. It's this beautiful teal blue with, I think you can see the gold reflex much more in this one. That's why it's maybe more beautiful in the tube. This is like mermaid lip gloss. This one goes on pretty much clear. You can maybe see a slight teal hue, but really it's not going to make your lips teal or blue or anything like that. I touched up my makeup. I went in with my Girl On bronzer. I also added my Rouge Per Couture lipstick shade 70 from YSL, and then I did the blue lip gloss on top. So this is the complete look after playing around with these products. And now I'm going to go through each one individually and give you sort of my final thoughts and overall review. Starting with the Duo Bronze A Lumiere shade Claire. This item, and I know this is going to be controversial, is a little bit of a disappointment for me, and I'll tell you why. I was expecting a bronzer highlighter duo. What I got instead was a setting powder highlighter duo. For $70, I'm still happy with it. I'll probably keep it because it still serves a purpose. I mean, this is something that would be great for travel. I could see myself using this. The highlight shade is perfect. It's what I usually wear on a daily basis. So this is like a great everyday makeup, essential travel palette situation, but it's not what I expected because I thought I was getting a bronzer. If you're looking for a bronzer highlighter and this is what you picked up, you might be disappointed, to be perfectly brutally honest. I'm happy with it as a powder highlight. I now have tried it. I know exactly what I'm getting, but this is not what I thought I was buying. The highlight for me, actually, which I did not anticipate, is the eye gloss. This is something that I didn't think I would love even when I ordered it. It's not something that I have been looking for. I think eyeglasses, I couldn't even tell you when the trend started. Maybe last year, maybe 2 years ago. So in my mind, when I saw these, I thought, well, Chanel's sort of late to the game. I've seen Tom Ford, I've seen Bobbi Brown, other brands have done this before, but I'll get them because what the heck, I'm sort of interested. And they look really pretty. They're very transparent, they go on very sheer, and as I've been wearing them, I think the concealer that I had to set and kind of prime my lid has creased a little bit, so I'll need to play around with them a little bit more to really get it down. I've never played with an eye gloss before, but they look really pretty. The look it gives is shiny and it's very summer and slightly ethereal. I think they're very wearable and they're not super sticky, so I don't feel uncomfortable blinking or anything like that. It does feel different, so it's not like a cream eyeshadow. It truly is an eye gloss. The two lip glosses I picked up. The pink, when I tried it on by itself, actually gave me more color than I had seen in the swatch on my hand, so I'm very excited with this. I think it'll be just a very pretty gloss. The blue is what I have on my lips right now over the lipstick. It's stunning in the tube. I love the gold reflex. It's so beautiful. But if you're gonna top this over a lipstick, you're just gonna have to be careful that you clean the wand each time because this is going to get, you know, muddy and will change color really quickly if you're dirtying the wand and then sticking it back in the tube. So as beautiful as it is, I'm not sure if it's really worth the pain in the neck. I don't know, I was expecting a little bit more, either more color or more sparkle, just something that would really wow me. And I don't own a lot of Chanel lip glosses right now, so these will do. But I can think of probably 5 colors right now off the top of my head that are so beautiful that I would probably grab 4 before these. I'm left feeling sort of so-so overall about this collection. I like the way my makeup turned out, but I don't think it's these pieces from Cruise that make this makeup anything special, and it's really not, to be quite honest. Chanel's been on a roll with the eyeliners, the new eye campaign, the Le Beige Water Fresh tint, and the 9-pan eyeshadow palette. Everything has been such a huge success, and I feel like I have just integrated everything so seamlessly into my makeup routine, and I felt like everything has made it stronger and better, and I've been so excited about everything that I've purchased. And perhaps there was time to just kind of level off. I don't think any of these pieces are bad, but I'm left feeling slightly underwhelmed. I am the first person to tell you that I am biased when it comes to Chanel. I love the brand. I live and breathe and just die for Chanel. that is really my #1 favorite brand of cosmetics. So to feel this way, you know, I have to express it. I just want to be completely transparent and honest with you guys at all times and not tell you something's great when it's not, because I don't want you to spend your hard-earned money on things that you may not love. And for $70, for $30, for these higher price points, you should absolutely be blown away by every detail. That's how I feel about it. I'm still gonna hold on to everything that I picked up, but I'm very curious to hear your thoughts. So as always, if you liked this video or found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, your questions, sound off down below. Are you interested in any of these pieces? Did you pick up some things? What are your thoughts? Have you been happy with everything that you purchased? Maybe am I crazy? Leave me your comments down below. We'll keep the conversation going there. As always, I will be linking everything that I used today on my face down in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.